Nope, these aren't my Japanese bits. Nope, not those either. Yep, here we go. Here's the Japanese bits, okay? To find what I'm looking for becomes a shell game of opening these and checking what's inside. So I need a way to label this. I have these Posca pens. These are a paint, kind of a paint pen. And I thought about writing on here, but I do not want to do that because sometimes I reorganize. For example, right now I'm experimenting with this Bit-Safe 41 and how can I put all my tamper and security bits in one with this bit holder. And this doesn't really work. You can see that this doesn't really work. So I'm in the process of changing my mind again. That's why I don't want to write on this. So I don't want to permanently mark any of these cases. So this one, for example, is all my Japanese bits by Vessel, Tone, and Annex. So I started kind of considering this Velcro. And then I realized that patches like this can be purchased that have the hook side already sewn onto the patch. So this is a PVC patch and that goes on here. So what do we have here? So what we've got for space is about 4 3/4 inches or 120 millimeters by 50 millimeters or 2 inches. So those are my Japanese bits. This set is all Phillips. This is Klein Tools bits. So these are Wera Hex Plus, but these are all SAE sizes. And then I've got these Milwaukee bits here. And so, all right, what can I find on Amazon to identify these? Okay, so this is what I chose. And I'll put affiliate links to all these patches that I found. But these patches fit on these cases. All right, so this assortment, what do I do with something like this? These are my very infrequently used Torx Plus. I've got some PB Swiss Posi drive. I've got some of these hybrid bits, PB Swiss Posi and flat, and then PB Swiss Phillips and flat. And I've got some Philo, Phillip and flat. Sometimes they call these terminal bits. Wiha had coined the term Xeno. These are some spline bits that I bought. These I got at KC Tool. They were on clearance. I was trying to get an order up to free shipping. I don't know if I'll ever use these. I've got ECX in 2 sizes. And then I've got the valve stem tool here. So these are infrequently used, kind of special use case. So how am I going to label these? That's right. This one is going to get labeled Special Ops. So this is my Special Operations. Okay. So then, this is just all Torx. So we'll do this one last because this one was the most difficult to figure out. This one is the security bits. Most of these are PB Swiss. And then this is the Bit-Safe 41. I had to modify this. I had to take some stitching out because this was actually stitched down like this. So I took the stitching out. So that happens to fit this hot set right in there pretty nicely. But with these longer bits, it gets a little intrusive. It doesn't really make sense. So I'm in the process of changing my mind on this. But, so what am I going to label the tamper bits? Security bits. So I found this patch. These are all right from Amazon. I didn't have to wait for any kind of a custom order. Just ordered these up right from Amazon. And it fits right on there. So these are my security bits. All right, so what about this one? This is Torx. I got all Torx in here, and I may end up moving the security bits back here and moving the Torx into the other one, and then I can just change the patch. But I need a patch that makes sense with Torx. What kind of patch makes sense with Torx? I could not think of anything, and then I thought, well, if I had one that's just blank, then I can write on it. So I found a blank white patch. They also make a blank black patch, and I can put this on there. So now I have to figure out, what can I use to write on here? Can I use a Sharpie? Is the Sharpie gonna bleed and make it look all dumb? Should I use the Posca pens? It's more of a paint. You know, maybe I should use a Milwaukee Inksol. So these came in a pack of 2, so I have one to spare. I'm gonna write Torx on here 3 times with a Milwaukee Inksol, with a Sharpie, and with a Posca pen. And we're gonna see which one works on here. So that's just gonna be Torx. So we're just gonna go, oh, so this is gonna be crappy. You see that? You see how it bleeds? That's what I was afraid of. There, let's try the Sharpie. Okay, so this one also bleeds the ink. All right, let's try the Posca pen. This is the one that I'm hoping works. Okay, I don't see any bleeding yet, although this blue isn't as vibrant as I wanted it to be. Here, I'm actually going to choose a different color. And I take it back. So this did kind of start to bleed, but it's not too bad. This'll show us more. See, this is actually worse. Let's try the Stabilo 88s. Yeah, it still bleeds. So that's the Pentel Energel. Okay, so none of these work very well. So I got this Marvy fabric marker. Okay. So the Marvy bleeds as well. Although the color looks pretty good. It stays black. That's another fail. So I got these on sale at Hobby Lobby. Ah, crap. See, and it just ends up looking all dumb and dorky. I have one more thing I want to try with these patches, and then I think I'm going to give up. We're going to take a fresh, brand new patch. We're just going to put these self-adhesive stencils on here. So the T has to be right next to the edge. T-O-R. And then X. Alright, so now I'm just going to spray paint that black. Like that. Let's take this off. Okay. And I think that's the way it's going to be, just like that. It's already dry. It's only been a couple minutes. So there we go. All of these options were a failure, and I used spray paint and a stencil. So I used this fabric spray paint in black, and then this is how I put the letters together to make the word Torx. This is what I used for that. Okay, so that is how I labeled all of my empty Wera Bit-Safes that I filled up with all of my all of my specialty and daily use driver bits. Hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching.